Have you tried looking in your bedroom? I'm in the car filming a video. It's the only place I get peace from you guys. Hey. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then welcome. Today's video is a little bit different because, as you'll see from the title, today's video is about being a single parent. So if you've been following my channel for a little while, you will know that I was a single parent for a little while with Caitlin. If you didn't know about that, then I will link a video down the description box where I tell you a little bit of background about our family. Today's video is a collab with the lovely Georgia, who I absolutely love. She's a fellow channel mum vlogger, and she's a single parent to a little boy called Jax, who is just gorgeous. So go and check out her channel. After you've watched my video, go and watch her video. I'll link it in the description box. We're going to be both talking about single parenting, the truth about single parenting, and we're going to be sharing our two best and worst things about being a single parent. So usually before I film a video, I like to make some notes about what I'm going to share with you guys. And last night I was lying in bed having a think about what were the best things and the worst things about being a single parent. And oh my goodness, I thought of so many good things and so many bad things. But today, I could talk to you for ages about it, but today I'm just going to share my two best and two worst. So I've made some notes on my phone so I don't forget, because I thought of these late last night. So we'll do one of each. One of the best, one of the worst, one of the best, one of the worst. So, actually we'll start with the worst one. So one of the worst things about being a single parent, I would say, has got to be the isolation. So when you're a single parent, I find the worst times are evenings and weekends, because in the evenings, once your child goes to bed, you are really stuck. You're in your house, you can't go anywhere because your child's in bed, and if you discover that you've run out of milk and your child's sleeping, you can't nip out and get a pint of milk. Or if somebody asked you if you want to come out for a coffee around at theirs or something, you can't because you're stuck inside. As soon as it turns bedtime, that's you stuck at home. Also, I find weekends quite hard because most people, through the week it's not so bad because you can go to classes with your little one, you can meet up with friends for coffee and stuff, but the weekends people tend to spend time with their family, and that is when I found it the hardest, finding things to do for me and Caitlin, because my friends were spending time with their family, so it was harder to find people to meet up with. And especially the weekends when Caitlin went to her dad's and it was just me, I found them really lonely and isolating. So that would be one of the worst things, I think, would be the isolation. Okay, one of the best things about being a single parent, I think, is that you aren't answerable to anyone. And I don't mean like when you're with a partner that they tell you what to do or that they question you or anything like that, because obviously I'm with Andrew now and he's not like that at all. But what I mean is, if you want to stay in your pyjamas all day, you can and no one else will know. If you decide that you want to spend your money on some kind of frivolous purchase, you don't have to feel like you have to explain yourself. And although I don't have to explain myself to Andrew, I would feel a little bit guilty if I used our money to buy something that was just for me. I probably wouldn't do that. I'd feel that was a bit selfish rather than buying something for us both. So although I'm not answerable to Andrew, I feel like it's only fair in an equal relationship that you are fair to each other. So when you're on your own, one of the best things, I think, is that you can just do whatever you want, you can eat what you want, you can go where you want, do what you want, and you don't have to explain yourself to anyone, and you don't have to feel bad about it either. Okay, one of the worst things about being a single parent is that everything comes down to you. There's no one else to pick up the slack, there's no one else to fall back on. If you forget to put out the bin, it doesn't get emptied. If you can't be bothered cooking that night, then no dinner gets cooked. You have to do everything. And if you forget to wash the school uniforms, there will be no school uniforms washed. So everything comes down to you. You have to remember to pay the bills, to pick things up at the shops. Everything comes down to you. There's no one to fall back on. There's no one that you can ring up at work and say, oh, can you pick this up on your way home? It's just you, and everything falls down to you. And sometimes that can be hard, particularly if you're having a bit of a tiring week or you're poorly and you can't get out to the shops or something. Things like those are the really tough times. And I was very lucky that when I was a single parent, I had great family and friends I could call upon to help me out. But that isn't always the case. And as well, you don't always want to have to ask people. But yeah, that is one of the hard things, that everything comes down to you and you have to be responsible for everything. Okay, the fourth thing, and one of my best things about being a single parent, is that your home is how you decide to make it. So presumably if you've separated from your partner, it's because things haven't been so good at home. So perhaps it's been a bit of a negative environment, there's been maybe arguments or a bit of tension. So if you decide that that's not how your home's going to be, it's just you're the only adult in charge. So if you decide it's going to be a positive place, it will be a positive place. If you decide it's going to be a fun and boisterous place, that's how it's going to be. If you want it to be calm and relaxed, that's how it's going to be. So if your partner was a different way from you, they maybe like things to be really quiet and you liked it to be more fun, or vice versa, you decide, you make the rules, you decide what kind of environment you're going to live in. If you decide that there's no jumping allowed on the sofa, then that's what goes. If you decide that jumping is encouraged, again, you make the rules. So your environment is the way that you decide it to be. There is no need for compromise. You don't have to discuss with someone else what kind of rules you want to impose. It is up to you, and the environment is exactly how you would like it to be. So those are two of the best and worst things I think about being a single parent. I love being a single parent. I found it liberating, freeing. I love the time with my daughter. I found it a really good quality time with her. We were really close during that time, and we still are, but we were especially close during that time. And yeah, I really enjoyed being a single parent. So as I said, this video was a little bit different. If you've got any questions about single parenting or about my experience in particular, please ask in the comments below and I'd be happy to answer your questions. If you'd like to see any other kinds of topical videos like this, let me know. And thank you so much for watching today. Don't forget to head on over and watch George's video next, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!